Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer, boards, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to Patreon D&D, where platinum level patrons and I get together to play Dungeons & Dragons via Discord and Roll20. These games are not live streamed, but are recorded for your viewing pleasure. You can join our official Discord server with invite link in the description below. If you would like to support the channel, possibly join these games, check out patreon.com/roguewatson. The music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our character art is by Demnix. Welcome to session number 8 of our Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen campaign, published by Wizards of the Coast. For this session, I'm joined by patrons Brandon playing Cere, the dwarf cleric of the Light Domain.
Hey there, y'all.
CT playing Pi, the gnome ranger hunter.
Hello, hello.
Genocider playing Korl, the dwarf bard college of dance.
Hello.
Mike playing Rowan, elf ranger gloomstalker.
Hello.
Morgan playing Kazra, human champion fighter.
Hello.
Previously on Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Outside Wheelwatch Outpost, the party anxiously waited for their friends on the inside, receiving only a message from Elias's familiar. Joined by a new elven ranger ally, the party snuck over the eastern wall, quickly taking out guards in the nearby watchtower. They took advantage of stealthy spells Silence, Fog Cloud, and Calm Emotions to mask their approach into the courtyard below. They avoided the barracks and turned their attention to the small prison building near the northern gate. Inside, they found Kazra in a cell, who had been captured after discovering a nasty dragon-like monster in the stables. The party moved to quickly take out the commanding officer, interrogating her, but the officer was able to yell and break the Calm Emotion spell, and soon alarm horns were blaring. The party quickly freed Kazra and unlocked the gate, while defending against increasing waves of enemy soldiers from all sides, including a few Draconians. While Elias helped delay the barracks reinforcements, the threat Kazra had mentioned emerged from the stables. A smallish dragon, sporting the red and black armor of the dragon army, took to the skies carrying a rider armed with a lance. As Raven's reinforcements rushed into the fortress to deal with the soldiers, the party turned their attention toward this aerial threat. Elowin dramatically brought it down with a sleep spell, crushing the rider, while Rowan put an arrow through the dragon's head as it attempted to fly away. As the fighting finally died down and Raven yelled in triumph, her cries were cut short. One of the soldiers shifted into its true form, a new variant of Draconian, and stabbed her through the chest. The creature flung her lifeless body to the side and snarled, "For Consaldi Fire Eyes, you may have won this battle, but this war is ours." So afterwards, you all were able to clean up there. Perhaps you took some prisoners. I think Morgan mentioned to me that certainly the ones that Kazra was fighting would have been tried to incapacitate versus kill. And you are able to get a long rest and level up to 5 in the aftermath. But I'm going to kind of let you all take the reins in terms of how you want to deal with the events that happened, basically. Either before or while you march back towards Kalaman.
Kazra would have, first of all, she would have thanked everyone. Thanks, guys, for, rescuing me and everything. I really appreciate all that. But she would also, she would go out of her way to make sure that she had like a little funeral for all dead horses and all that were all killed in that battle.
Morgan, we are losing your web.
Oh no.
We got the last part.
All I got was "oh no."
Oh no.
Okay, is it back? Is it currently back? Can you guys hear me?
So far, you're so good. Yeah.
Okay.
I heard funeral for the horses.
Yeah, and after that, it started getting real choppy.
Yeah, she would have wanted to have a funeral for all the horses and the people that were killed during the battle. And she would have asked Cere if she would like to help with it, because the way Kazra sees it is Cere knows like a bunch of religious-y stuff, so that would make her like an expert of funerals.
It's like, well, Reorc's he spends a lot of time in the forge, and the horses definitely need to pull in things for the coal and the, metal and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to help you, Kazra, in any way that I can.
Oh, thank you. How about this? I'll dig and you say nice stuff about everyone that we bury.
Oh goodness. Okay. she, she starts to say, I'm sure you lived a good life and you'll be able to eat as many oats and apples as you want to. We're just doing the horses, or are we doing other people too?
She would even want to bury like the soldiers that were killed, like all the
Yeah.
guards and everything that you guys had taken out. Uh, like she would look at them and she would be like, uh, they were just like the people from Vogler. Like the people from Vogler were told by this army that they had to like join or else they would be killed. So Kazra just sees them as regular people that are in bad circumstances, and she would kind of be like, "Well, I wouldn't want anyone from Vogler to die. I mean, just because they made a mistake."
Oh yeah, I understand. But it's real sad. Have I ever told you how the dwarves handle how they bury their dead?
No, you haven't. Like, did they do something similar, like digging in the ground, putting people in there, and saying nice things?
Well, it depends on which group of dwarves you're talking about. The Hylar and the Daywar, they'd return their bodies to the Valley of Thanes back before they closed up that mountain. It was a cavern that collapsed up and opened up to the sky. It's filled with tombs and cairns, all sorts of dwarves now. Us Neardar, well, we hold on to the importance of a proper funeral like this. Is why I don't mind helping. But we've taken on a lot of the human practices. We usually bury our dead like this, put them back in the soil they worked so long on. How does your family perform last rats?
Well, my mom always told me that, like, when someone dies, you kind of say nice things about them because there were people that loved them one time. And when someone loves someone like that, it's good to just say nice things when they're gone. So that's kind of what my family does. I don't know if that's what other families do, but that's what my mom said to do.
Kazra, I hope a lot of people say nice things about you if you were to pass on.
Oh, thanks, Cere. I really think that you're awesome. Like, you are so brave, and I really like how you don't like hurting people too. That really makes me feel like, people in this world are really good.
Well, I think other people are trying to prove us wrong, but I'm sure we'll find somebody that's good.
How do you all want to respond to Raven's death? Murder, I should say. Gruesome murder in front of you.
I think Cere's been dumping herself into the horses so she doesn't have to deal with that.
Mm.
It is a death worthy of vengeance, though.
Hmm. The soldiers are they're not celebrating. They're kind of celebrating a successful mission, and they're congratulating all of you. But there is an obvious somberness to it. Raven hadn't been with them long. Technically, you all have only joined at the same time, I guess, from Vogler. But she had already made a big impact where she had kind of risen up to be a leader. And with her gone, they immediately are temporarily leaderless, and they kind of look to you, but they understand that you all they understand what your job is, which is as like special forces basically, and know that your job is not to stay here at this outpost. So they get together and make sure like they search everything, make sure there's no other anybody hiding out or anything like that, and gather any equipment they can. And thankfully the dragon army hadn't been here too long, so there's not a whole lot of changes were here in terms of things that they had done or destroyed or anything, but it seems like they just wanted to hold it for strategic reasons. But and I think there was one captured soldier from before who isn't really able to tell you any additional, the one who was next to Kazra in the cell, any additional intel, because he had been in the cell the whole time, and he was just a drunk basically that had been there when it was first taken over. But you all know that. Go ahead.
How do you think you should maybe tell them what they should be doing next or anything?
As far as like the soldiers, well, we're gonna leave a certain number of soldiers here, right? And the other soldiers that we brought with us will be going back with us, I assume. Or do we have to leave enough here to refortify this outpost? I mean, that was the goal, right?
They can explain that they, if they were successful in taking the outpost, they were supposed to stay here and hold it, and that would allow you to be able to go back to Kalaman and then report that in. And then if there needs to be more people going one way or the other, then that can happen once you all return. But the idea is they're actually going to all stay here at Wheelwatch Outpost. They do mention that if you all want to, you did mention that you were burying bodies, but if you wanted to take anybody back to Kalaman, you could do that as well.
Yeah, I think I start wrapping up Raven and preparing her to take with us back.
Yeah, you remember it would take, I think it's about a full day's journey back to the city. Kazra and Cere, you can both have a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
So yeah, this is a whole night has gone by now, and maybe you were actually here like an extra day. Like you don't, you didn't have necessarily any pressing things. So we'll say you probably spent the whole next day here helping out, like dealing with the bodies, just helping the soldiers in general, doing all those funeral last rites stuff, making sure everything's organized. Get another good long rest here, and then actually set out probably at the start of the next day, and then you can work your way back to the city.
What are we doing with this dragon?
Yeah, so you take a good look at this creature, and this is something that you are. I mean, I'm trying to just what a real world comparison this would be. This is a creature of legend, but you do note that it is much smaller than you expected. And it never, you know that dragons, at least of legend, they were fire-breathing creatures, or breathing whatever kind of elemental discharge. And this one never seemed to do that. It was just had like claws in its bite. So you're not sure. I mean, it clearly was a dragon type creature. You're not sure if it's maybe just a really young dragon or what the situation is. But either way, it's still a huge, miraculous. It almost reminds me of like Game of Thrones, like when they mentioned the fact that like towards the end the dragons got like smaller and puny or something. You're wondering if that's something going on here, but it's still like this is the first thing you've ever seen. And the fact that you see it in this full barding of the dragon army armor that's designed to go over this creature makes you feel like this is probably not the only one. And there's somebody who was trained to ride it and could effectively like mount it like an aerial combatant. That is all like you imagine that's probably valuable intel that they have like maybe some kind of air force or similar tactics that the people of Kalaman would be unprepared for.
I think we should bring back some of the armor so that we can, kind of engineer solutions around it potentially.
You think that the armor could be fitted to a horse eventually if, like, say, a tinkery gnome would want to work on it for a bit?
I like that idea. Yeah, you think if you could, in fact, I said you could spend an extra day or something just like pulling some pieces off and thinking maybe you could like reverse engineer some of this. Clearly with a different design because you don't want it to look like the Red Dragon Army has been very showy with their red and black armor design, but yeah, you imagine this would look pretty badass on a horse. And maybe you want to even keep like a head or a claw just to be able to show, back home and say like, look, they got fucking dragons, or at least something that's very similar to a dragon.
We had a vision
Any of the
earlier.
troops are good artists.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
You first.
So you could try to get.
I was going to only ask if we can get a reasonable artist to kind of like depict
I wonder if
what
that would
we
be
see here.
somebody's job. Like one of the soldiers' jobs is to like dictate, but they like draw pictures of all the events so they can turn that in.
What's it they do with court drawings or whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Stuff where you can't. That one thing where you can't have like cameras in there, and they're like, all right, we gotta make these, or like the suspects' drawings or something. Yeah, any kind of proof would be good.
I forgot the question I was going to ask.
Okay. Well, maybe it'll come up as you all. Unless you have anything else, then you can gather all those different supplies. Spend maybe an extra day or two at Wheel Watch before heading back. I think you mentioned you were bringing back. Oh, Raven had the other half of the Fargab, which we'll say is maybe a little bit damaged, so that might need to be repaired as well, as she got like stabbed and pieces of it might have broken. So you think you also might want to hit up Rukeldust to take a look at that as well. Thankfully, the return trip to Kalaman is uneventful, which is nice. So you're leaving all the soldiers behind at Wheel Watch Outpost. You all just go off with your own troops, but you've got some supplies from Wheel Watch, as we mentioned. When you return to the city, which it's probably getting to be evening times, I think it takes about a full day of travel. You immediately pick up on the hot news of the day, which is apparently a contingent of Knights of Solamnia have recently arrived at the city. They were admitted inside and headed toward the castle.
Oh, I remember the question. Sorry. The vision that we had early in was it somebody on that type of creature that we fought? Like, do we make that connection?
Right. The vision that you had from the prelude would have been of a huge, what you would imagine to be at least a full-grown red dragon. And the figure, I believe, was a white-haired woman with a glowing eye, was mounted on top. So this dragon that you saw was a much smaller version of that.
But like we'd make the connection between the two, right?
Could,
like it wouldn't be like this is a different creature. We'd still see that there's similarity. Okay,
yeah,
that was what my question was. And then how did the Knights of Solamnia ring to the majority of us?
They were once a very prestigious order of, the stereotypical knights of the lawful good, and only, the very best could be a knight, so on. But a lot of, they've been around forever, but a lot of folks kind of blame them or partially blame them for the cataclysm. And the knights are not as well regarded these days. People think they're either maybe ineffective or were directly related to the cataclysm or whatever else. But so it's a mixed feeling. Basically, you are in the country that of Solamnia, and it wouldn't be unheard of to see the knights. But it's enough to be like, oh, they're here. Like so that's definitely the rare news that they would be showing up kind of unannounced, and apparently wanted to meet at the castle.
Yeah, Rowan would definitely be open to that because he's heard all the terrible stories about the human warriors that caused the cataclysm. So he'd like to lay eyes on living proof.
Yeah, let's go see what they want.
Okay.
We assume they're already in the castle. Is that the idea?
That's what the idea you're getting from folks. Yeah, is they were admitted inside the gates, and then they were directed towards the castle, and they made their way there. And that's what if you ask people around town as they're coming in, they mention the fact that this contingent of about a dozen or so knights kind of marched through the city on horseback, all fancy, and went right up to the castle.
And we would need to go to the castle to like debrief.
Yeah, exactly.
That's scenario anyway.
Yep. That's where you go to. I mean, I don't know if we ever confirmed it, but I think you all kind of stay at the castle also because they have like places for you to stay as official forces of the Kalaman military, basically. But yeah, that's where all your folks are.
And we'd have to return Raven to the castle anyways.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you all go ahead and make it to the castle, which again, it's kind of evening approaching, so you'd want to go probably straight there anyway. And outside, the gate guards can confirm that a group of knights arrived recently, like just a few hours ago maybe, and requested a meeting with the council and the governor. I mentioned that only one of the knights actually spoke up, who identified himself as Knight Caradoc, and said the important message for Governor Mayet, which was the kind of the leader of the city and kind of the leader of the city council. The guards, of course, are curious about you all returning. They want to know about your mission because word gets around about what you all were doing. So they kind of, as they're telling you about that, they're also kind of asking about how things went on your end. And they notice you're carrying a bunch of stuff. They also mentioned that Marshal Vendry and Lord Baccaris and most of the army actually have headed west, which I think we mentioned last time before you all headed east, that they were kind of gathering up their forces to go out for a counteroffensive towards the west. I'm getting a little bit of feedback from James, by the way. I don't know if you can turn something down. Gracias. And they mentioned that most of the army had headed west to spearhead this like offensive assault because they had heard reports that the dragon army was split, which is something you had heard as well, and they wanted to do a big counteroffensive, leaving behind only kind of the bare minimum of forces back in Kalaman. And they mentioned that Darrett had also gone with them. And hands you all a message from Darrett. Which I totally forgot to update this message. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna change this.
Is Rowan like in all of his elf splendor, or is Rowan like hooded and brooding?
For now, he would definitely, especially because he's in a city, and I don't think he's ever been in a city this big other than when he first got here. He's hood up and just watching.
Yeah. So are you like, I don't think I've ever been to like an elf village. Do you guys have like cities like this?
We do. They're very similar in nature, only not as robust. We have stone buildings, we have wooden buildings, temples, everything else like this Kalaman here, but it's just more embedded in the forest, where the forest is a part of the city.
I bet it's beautiful.
It is.
Thank you for stalling for me. The note that the guards hand you is from Darrett. And it says, my friends, the council has voted in favor of sending the bulk of the Kalaman military west to meet a supposedly split dragon army. While I knew we could use a win, I'm not convinced this is the right call, especially as Lord Bakaris was the deciding vote. Marshal Vendry even made him field commander for the operation. Vendry wanted me here, but I insisted on coming along. I know you all were successful at the outpost and have returned to the city as quickly as you can. Please watch over the castle and the city until we return.
Well, that's good. I can stay back with Ma and Pa for a while. This is where I'm from. If I didn't tell you all that earlier. I think I went home last time when you guys came in the city the first time.
No, I didn't think we knew that. So you probably don't stay at the castle.
Oh, well, I probably don't. Yeah.
Is there?
We're just
Okay.
gonna sit around on our thumbs, wait for Derek.
We wait forever for him.
I don't think we have to sit on our thumbs to wait. I mean, we can still be productive. I can help with, my family's apothecary. I can be making stuff. What is it that you would intend we do instead?
You all still have the body of everything, too. You all kind of still want to move into the castle at some point.
I assume we're kind of doing it at the same time.
Yeah, as you're speaking. Okay, yeah. The guards do nod at you all.
Let's go get rid of this body first.
Let's go drop this off. Yeah. The guards, which they're respectful enough not to ask, but they do glance at that and just kind of nod at you knowingly. Okay, so you pass beyond the fortified entrance into the castle courtyard. Normally the area is a bustle of activity throughout the day, but now it's eerily quiet and deserted, which they just mentioned the bulk of the army is gone. Ahead is the main entrance to the keep. You all know because you all been there a million times. You do note that the heavy doors are closed, which is a rare sight, and standing outside are two heavily armored figures. They're decked head to foot in full plate mail, their armor showcasing a prominent rose emblem.
These are the knights from Somalia? Or
Knights of Somalia.
Solamnia.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, of Solamnia.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in text, and I'm just listening
That's a
anyway.
good point.
So
I should put Knights of Solamnia. There we go.
that would have definitely came out the same way anyway. So
Even I would say that they're so ubiquitous in this world that you would imagine, even if you've never seen, which some folks have never seen a Knight of Solamnia, you would see this figure and be like, okay, yeah, this has got to be one of these knights.
the overall sense towards these knights is distrust, hero.
It could honestly be different for all of you. Like you could all have different opinions. It's kind of up to you based on whatever worldview you've had and experiences and stuff. Some of you may think these guys are still really cool and would look up to them. I mean, Darrett, for example, Elias's friend and your all's friend from Vogler was big into the knighthood and even kind of formally joined the Knights of Solamnia. What's her name? Becklin was a Knight of Solamnia, so you all wouldn't recognize her. So just based on your experience, you've been pretty chummy with them, but you're not. If you want to extrapolate that to the whole knighthood, you could. If you have different opinions, you also could at that. So it could be different for all of you.
What do you call a knight, sir?
You could. A lot of them just say like knight name.
Yeah. I'm not sure how Cere would address it, I guess, if they're coming up there. And actually, Cere wouldn't say shit. She's not the face.
The knighthood, they're not...
James is the face.
Yeah, there's no, like, men-only or thing. It's everybody can be a knight, so I think it's, like, just knight name.
Okay.
Like Knight Steve or Knight Melissa or something.
Yeah, some of them didn't even use that.
Are they guarding the door?
The old books. Yeah.
They do appear to be guarding the door, and staring at you, and again, full ass, like you can't really see anything but armor. Very imposing.
Being that Rowan definitely does not have a good impression of the knights, he would pull his hood back and reveal that he's an elf, and he'd actually walk up to one of them and get real close. Not to be intimidating because he's 5'5", but he would probably really give a look at the etchings on their armor, and maybe even like reach out with a finger and trace one of the roses, and then look up at them and just say, the elite.
Make a perception check as you get close. We won't say you get quite close enough to touch, but you start walking up, getting closer to them.
Oh, that's
really good.
good.
Do the rest of you react while Rowan kind of brazenly just throws back his hood and walks up to them?
No, I was gonna say I imagine that it becomes like the Queen's Guard thing where the British like, step back from the Queen's Guard.
There was one I saw where it was like there was like a line that this one tourist like just stepped over, and the guard like lost his shit. It was on horseback. Yeah. That's so cool. Okay. So the rest of you are just kind of watching this which I will say that, Kazra, I think you still have, you still got Horsey, because we'll say that there's probably stables within the castle somewhere that you can probably keep Horsey at. I'm sure there's stables in the town as well. Rowan, as you get closer, your elf eyes pick up something very wrong and odd. Their armor appears to be very, very old and tarnished and faded. And you can see within their plate mail armor these like just twin pinpricks of pale blue light that regard you back. And as you, both of them were just standing impassively. And as you approach, they both just draw weapons, which everybody except Rowan is going to be surprised by this maneuver when we roll for initiative, which I have to look up the surprise rules again, but I think it's something about initiative.
We get disadvantage on initiative, right?
I think that's right.
I think that's
Let me make sure before people start rolling. Yes, if you're caught unaware, you have disadvantage on initiative roll. So everybody except Rowan has disadvantage on their initiative roll for this encounter.
I have a regular roll because I normally get advantage.
Sure, that sounds right. That's how the system works. Oh, sorry.
Classic.
Yep. Hey, you know what? Disadvantage didn't affect you too much, though.
Yeah.
Looks like the main one it hurt was Korl.
Yeah.
And frankly, you might not, like, those of you that are going before it, which is just Pi, it looks like, might not quite be aware of why. Maybe you just think they're reacting to Rowan, kind of like a British soldier or something, like he's getting too close and these guys are just pulling out weapons. If you want, you can also take a study action to look at the guards and try to ascertain what's going on. I'm basically telling you, I don't know if you could argue about this. I don't know if your character would know to immediately like start attacking these guys before Rowan has a chance to say something.
The study action at check. Or do we just do it?
The study action can be a couple different checks, but I'm going with perception for this.
Okay.
You don't necessarily all have to do it, but like because you all are surprised, I'm really paying attention to initiative order. And so if like Pi wants to do it and he makes it and sees it, then he can call out to everybody that goes after him, for example, like what the problem is.
So all I've seen so far is Rowan go up and draw a sword.
Yeah, so Rowan walks
Like
up.
those events have occurred.
Yes, that has occurred. So Rowan started Rowan walked up, kind of threw back the hood, and looked like he was going to just get right up to them. And I think even he said he was going to try to touch the armor. And then both soldiers responded by drawing their weapons and looked like they were going to attack.
Then I notch an arrow in my bow, aim it at number one, but I hold my shot until I see he takes a step forward or an attack towards Rowan.
Okay, that sounds right. All right, so you just kind of get ready as a response. Also, we kind of end up with a little bit of a tense standoff moment.
Down.
Yeah. Okay, so you can ready. I don't know if it's called ready action.
And I'll move over.
Whatever the formal rule is, but yeah. Okay. All right. Let me start some battle music though. Okay. And you said it was triggered on number one.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, who drew their sword? I don't know
both of them together. They're both. Which, you can just say the first one who acts, because number two basically is the first one who's going to act. It looks like.
Yes.
Okay, so that one does begin to act by taking a step forward towards Rowan and attacking with a sword. So I would probably let that go off first, and then Pi, you can do your ready action, unless you want to wait for the other one to respond for whatever reason.
No.
Okay.
All right, so you're saying now, or you're saying wait a second?
Let me do this attack first, because you're kind of getting confirmation this is happening, basically.
Okay.
It's like this is really happening. There we go. And then... Oh, that's a terrible hit, though. All right, this one goes wide, and Rowan easily ducks out of the way, but you can see this soldier is trying to attack, so you can definitely let loose a bow if you'd like to do that. And they have not spoken. Nice. 25
There's a 25 hit.
It does. They're wearing full plate mail, but 25 does hit full plate mail.
Yeah. Or it'd be only the 6.
Okay.
Only 6 of that 9. Because I didn't put Hunter's Mark on them. It all happened too fast. It was too quick.
No, that's fair. I think that's correct. Okay, it takes an arrow. Soldier doesn't even register it. Like, literally just goes back and takes another swing at Rowan. Oh my goodness. But he's a little bit rusty on that one. It was wide. All right, Rowan, you've got one of these soldiers in your face, and now you can, as I mentioned before, you can see their armor very faded and tarnished, and beneath that, just I imagine this full, like, plate armor helmet, you can just see this kind of pale blue glowing eyes in there that obviously do not look normal.
Okay, so would Rowan at this point know what they are? I just don't want to scream anything out and then ruin what they are if he wouldn't know. So does he know that he's potentially dealing with undeath?
With your study action, you haven't quite, seen them outside of their armor, but you imagine that, yeah, there's something close to that. Based on, I guess I don't know your character's history with undead or anything like that. They do exist in this world, and generally pretty tough. So yeah, based on your character's experience, you can report on that.
Okay. Well, the first thing Rowan will do is whip out 2 scimitars to protect himself, and he will strike at them. So just give me 1 second. I am going to use the dreaded Nick action, so just give me 1 quick second.
Nick. 26 will hit. Look at y'all. Oh my god. 21 damage? Alright, break down the damage for me. 1d6
So we got 1d6 plus 4 for the scimitar, and the 2d6 is for his dreadful...
Oh my gosh.
Dreadful strike.
Max damage. Is that just once per...
Yep.
Thank you. When you deal extra 6 damage, you can use the benefit once per turn. You use the number of times you go to wisdom modifier. Okay. All right, you just rolled max damage on that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
21 damage with one scimitar strike.
So he'll use his offhand scimitar and do the Nick strike.
Okay, you rolled 2 19s in a row.
That's just saving me from last week.
3.
And then for his second attack, he'll come right back in with his scimitar again.
Go whirlwind. Hey, 17 does not hit.
And then for his bonus action, he is going to use Misty Step and get out of there.
Ooh. Rowan disappears with elf magics.
So I'm just going to move him back. And when he comes back, or he apparates back, he's going to say, "They're not. This is not natural." And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. This other one will pull out a instead sheathe the sword and pull out a bow and fire a bow. Let's see, I guess Pi and Rowan both attacked. Let's give them 1 each. All right, so Rowan's gonna shoot you with a bow. It's a 17 hit. That's a thumbs up for 8 piercing and 3 necrotic damage. Second one for Pi, a 22 might actually
Also
hit
hits.
the Pi.
It sure does.
For 10 piercing and 2 necrotic damage. They put a little extra mustard on their shots. All right, Korl.
Korl was running out, I think, as Rowan was attacking. And then he misty stepped, and Korl's like, "Oh shit!" And I'll still go up though. And
as you get within melee range, you essentially get the report that the study would give you, which is the same I just described to Rowan. You can see the tarnished armor and the glowing kind of pale blue eyes that signal this is not a normal human.
yeah, I think whatever's in those tin cans has gone bad. I'll viciously mock him.
Oh no. This is a wisdom save. Ooh.
Nah. So wise.
So wise. Can't be mocked. Just stares you down and the eyes just like flicker.
Kazra, give him the what for? And I'll take a swing before I run away.
Ooh, a 22 will hit the plate mail though. For 9, okay. After all that, number 2 is looking close to bloodied. All right, Kazra.
Okay, so she's gonna say, "Okay, you got it, Korl. I'll go smash these cans of bad meat." And she's gonna reposition herself to there on horsey. And the two of them are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Move right to there. And she's going to swing at number 2 with her hammer. So let's see. Is that not rolling? There it goes. Okay, this is weird. There it goes. 22.
22 will
Does
hit.
that hit?
It does.
Okay.
I'm not seeing in the chat window yet. There's delay.
Maybe my internet connection is going a little weird. Is it coming up in the chat for everyone? Rolls coming through?
Nope.
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, I don't know why it rolled with advantage anyway. So a 12. Would a 12 have hit?
Definitely not.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you have public
do
or
have a
whisper turned
bardic.
on?
What's that? What?
I said you have a bardic inspiration, and CT said you might have whisper turned on. Whisper rolls.
Instead of public.
Doesn't
to the
say
top.
I have whisper roll. I'm going to try rolling again, just to test. No?
Nope.
No.
Did you happen to
sorry
do
about this,
the thing that
guys.
Brandon mentioned where it says "Talk to me"?
I don't think I did.
Okay.
Okay, it is saying that, yeah, that I'm having trouble connecting to Roll20. I'm going to just refresh really quick. Well, I missed with the first, and if a 22 hits, that was my second roll.
Okay.
So second attack would have been 22, and then I did 7 damage according to the rolls that I saw.
Okay.
But you can,
we can take that. That's fine.
yeah, and then I will push you back 10 feet too.
Okay.
Y'all, what are you doing? I don't understand. Why are we already fighting? We just got back. As she says that, like her emblem starts to glow brighter as she gets closer and closer. And unaware to her, as a magic action, her holy symbol will do 2 things. It'll try to turn the undead, and as part of turn the undead, she has something called Cere Undead, spelled Sear, not Cere. And she rolls a number of d8s equal to the wisdom modifier, which her wisdom modifier is 4.
Wow.
Adds rolls together. Each undead that fails at saving throw against the use of turn undead takes radiant damage equal to the rolls total. So I don't know if they'll fail or not, but the save DC is.
Let me roll the wisdom save first and see.
Yeah.
Is that a light domain feature?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. This is number 1. This is wisdom, right? Yeah. All right. Number 1 and number
boo.
2.
Okay. So one of them failed at
Okay.
least.
But one of them is so wise, as we determined.
Oh no. Let me see.
Okay, so each undead that fails. All right. Okay. Turn undead.
So I tried to set my thing up to where it would roll damage. I'm just going to roll a 48 this way.
48 is huge. All right, so but it's also frightened and incapacitated and tries to move away from you as far from you as it can on its turns. This effect ends if the creature takes any damage or if you get knocked out. And then it takes 19 damage, but that does not knock it out because it did say that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a cool combo. All right, that creature takes a lot of damage. I like that you flavored this where you're not even sure that this is happening, but it's like the amulet, like it's like your connection to the god is actually like doing this on its own. But you feel this magic, just divine magic, pouring out of you very suddenly to a degree you have not felt, and just lances over these 2 soldiers. One of them stands firm, but its eyes kind of, rapidly blink. The other one suddenly makes this inhuman howling sound, and it looks like there's kind of some of that power you were feeling kind of emanates out of it. So it kind of opens its mouth, and you can see its eyes even kind of spill out with this light, and you can see it's damaged by that. and turns to like, obviously it can't run right now, but looks like it's ready to get the fuck out of there.
That's my turn.
Yeah, that's cool. First time I've seen undead, obviously, but
Yeah.
cool. All right, so number 2 is currently frightened and incapacitated and trying to flee. That condition will end if it takes damage. Number 1 has not taken any damage at all, and is not under those effects. Pie.
All right. When the other guy, when he hit with the arrow, but it took no damage last time.
It did take.
Just,
It did take damage.
damage.
I was just flavoring it as it's not.
It barely took damage, like on the whole.
Well, no, I'm just saying it didn't respond to like the pain or the shot at all. It was like a robot. With I'm flavoring it as a.
Oh, okay. I'm
undead
sorry.
soldier,
I misunderstood. I thought you
Yeah,
meant
no.
like. Cause that kind of angered Pie. Like,
Well, and it should, because usually your attacks
Like,
do punch through them, and this thing it's just like plunk. It's like just like fighting a zombie or something.
Okay.
Like it just does not care one bit. And also, you've seen number 2 take a ton of damage. I mean, it just took all this just spilling out holy radiant damage, and it's still not down yet.
okay, so I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark on number 1, and then shoot him with the bow for attack number 1.
Okay. Oh, Pie.
Poorly.
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 Rolling a 2.
But then knocks another arrow. We have multi-attack now.
Yeah.
Stepping it up. He's learned how to do 2 arrows in a row now.
It's a big upgrade. 18 does just barely punch through that armor.
All right, and still no damage. You said, right?
What you're about to do will be its first damage.
8.
Okay, it is officially taking damage now.
Can't wait for my next turn. Okay.
All right, so number 2 has to. So incapacitated means it can't take actions, but it can move. And then it tries to move as far away from you as it can on its turns. So it can't take action, so it can't actually dash, but it can move with its movement. So it just goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, basically just down all the way over here.
What is the radiation symbol? You're doing
Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
This one? Yeah.
Yep. Okay, just checking.
Let's try to remind us where that is. Okay, Rowan. Does anybody else see the number 2 still here? Or
No,
is it just me?
I see him in the.
Just a weird graphical thing going on here. All right, go ahead.
So Rowan's gonna watch Cere do the whole turn undead thing, and his jaw is just kind of.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't get it. And I mean, being as old as he is and being with his people, he knows what undead are, but he's just never seen it. And he just has no idea the power that he just witnessed. And then he looks over to the other one who's not even scraped, and he's like, okay, we need to concentrate on this one. Hunter's Mark on number 1, and then shooting with the bow.
Yeah, and you've seen Cere obviously cast some spells in the last scenario we just had, but this is the most like divine magic that Cere's ever done, and also that you've probably ever seen. I don't know exactly how old Rowan is, but
yeah, well, I mean, like I said, like he's only 50 years old, but coming from elves, I mean, we're talking millennia of magic and all that. The gods were here, the gods were gone, but he knows about them, but he's never seen it himself, and now he's seen it, and he's just mystified.
Yeah. $23. Rowan's not missing tonight.
And then he'll take his second shot as well.
Okay, so that's 7.
Nice.
Oh, the crit! The crit with the second shot.
I'll take it.
Back-to-back sessions with Rowan crits. That is 20 damage. Holy crap. Yeah, because the other one rolls multiple times. That's the Hunter's Mark? Okay. Does Hunter's... remind me if Hunter's Mark goes off multiple times a turn? Is that what the custom is right there?
Yeah, so it I looked it up just to make sure it didn't do that, like for crits and whatnot, and it's just with every hit. So I don't know if that counts as damage to every hit. It doesn't say anything about once a turn or anything. It just says with every hit of an attack.
Okay. 20 damage. All right, that one is now officially bloodied after a pretty good volley of attacks. Yeah, just whenever you hit it with an attack roll. Works for me. All right.
And that's turn.
So number 1 is the one that is not incapacitated, so it will get its sword out and deal with Kazra in front. Try to hit you with a sword. Is an 18 hit you, Kazra? Oh.
Yep, just barely hits.
Okay, 9 slashing and 1 necrotic. Then, with its other hand, it's actually just going to reach up, and you can see its gauntlet has like missing pieces in it underneath, and it's just kind of rotting hand just reaches up and touches just a part of your body as it attempts to drain your life.
I'm gonna use, or her amulet flashes. Oh wait, that just happens.
It's a saving throw.
Okay, well I can't impose disadvantage then.
Oh,
So
okay.
never mind.
So it does connect with you, but you get to make a save
to click
to
again.
deny it, which you do
I see.
easily because you're a fighter. All right, so you shrug it off, but this is very chilling effect. You feel like this kind of, chill go up and down your body. Basically, it does not feel great. Korl.
Is this the door down here?
Yes, I mentioned the fact that it is closed, but it is a door into the castle, entrance, which you all would be familiar with.
Can I bang on the door from here?
You can. I'll allow that as a free action. And you bang on it, and you don't hear any responses, but it's also, seconds for anybody's individual turn.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just try to punch this guy in the knee.
When in doubt. Routine is not going to get through that plate armor.
Pie. I don't know how that's inspiring, but I'm going to give him a party.
Help!
I got him distracted.
Oh,
Go for
gonna miss again.
Go for the face. Yeah, 16 is also gonna miss. Dang. Fully armored bastards.
Okay.
Mike needs to share the dice.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, Kazra.
Okay, Kazra is going to try doing the hammer thing again. So let's see. This is towards number 1. That misses.
Well, the good news
doesn't it?
is I can see your attack roll. The bad news is that it's going to miss.
Actually, I'm going to use one of my luck points to re-roll that.
Okay.
Get advantage on that. Okay. Okay, a 21's more like it.
Yes.
So 10 damage on that one, and
Nice.
I'll push him. No, I won't push him back with that one. But then she is going to swing at him again. And a 20. So,
Yep.
and with that one, she'll try to push him back.
Wow. Okay. 13. Okay. He gets kind of knocked into the corner here, and appears to be heavily dented and broken in several places. Still up and still functional, but you all note that it is heavily wounded.
And she's going to say to Korl, okay, I got this one. You go take care of the other one that's running away. And she's going to
You got it.
move closer to that guy.
And none of you might be entirely aware of why the other one ran away or what kind of power Cere exhibited either. That is, like Rowan mentioned, like is or might mention, like not something that you've seen Cere capable of doing or interacting with these kind of creatures. Speaking of which,
her hands come out and she says, "Y'all stop!" And as she says, "Y'all stop," another spark of energy comes out. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on number 1.
okay. It's a dex save. Wow, these guys have more dexterity than I would have expected in full plate armor. Oh, but I rolled a natty 1.
6 radiant damage.
Dang. That one lights up briefly, and its eyes are like barely like flickering now at this point.
She goes, "Oh my, what is happening?"
You do feel a sense of righteous fury and satisfaction
Yeah,
from
yeah.
from Riorix basically channeling through you, but it probably still feels weird for Cere. But yeah, a little thing on your HUD says Riorix approves. Riorix will remember that. All right, Pie number 1 is almost destroyed. Number 2 is still fleeing.
And does the flame or the pushing, does any of that give me advantage?
There he is. There he is. I don't think so. He needs to be viciously mocked.
He's gonna let it rip.
Oh, 16.
But
Bye.
wait. I
waiting.
remember that bardic inspiration
Uh-huh.
that I just received when Korl hit him in the back of the leg. That was a D6, D8.
8.
Ooh, nice.
D8.
Did that just get
How could I
upgraded?
miss? Oh, hold on. Did I just say that out loud?
Yeah.
You need to roll higher than a 10, my man.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. Bardic is just an addition. Yeah, so a 24 will definitely hit.
All right. If a 24 hits.
Yes,
Let's do
yes.
it.
18. Pie, you successfully put an arrow into one of those pinpricks of eyes, and the entire creature slumps to the ground, and you see its eyes finally fade out.
Excellent.
No more.
Second attack. This guy is still like here and showing out.
Yeah, and he actually has the frightened condition, which that might.
Well, hold on. Did he not move last turn? Like, is he? I thought he was supposed to be boogieing out of here.
He did. His turn is right after yours, so he would be continuing to boogie. But he did move last turn.
Okay.
But he has the frightened condition.
For 1 minute.
Yeah. This all ends if he takes damage, but I don't know if any of you would necessarily know that either. It does not give you advantage, though, actually. It just gives him disadvantage if he had actions he could use. All right.
All right.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird to have frightened on top of incapacity, I guess.
All right. Pie doesn't know about it. You just shoot him.
Yeah. Which 16 is not gonna hit.
And I only had that one bardic inspiration, but I have regular inspiration.
You do.
I have luck points. I'm gonna burn one of my luck points.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus 8 to hit.
To re-roll that.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. All right.
You know, you've had a long day traveling all this way.
He is so far. The curve of the building is messing on my arrow.
Yeah.
Cere's like trying to figure out what's going on and in your way.
Or are you upset about having to shoot at knights? That might be upsetting.
Day, night, it's fine. I can shoot.
So
Okay, either way,
Funny.
So number 2, I unfortunately ran out of map here. So we'll say that maybe there's a wall and he just has to run this way. But otherwise, he's still running. Still incapacitated and still afeared. As we go to Rowan.
Okay, so Rowan will give chase. And as he runs by, he'll kind of just take his hunter's mark from the dead, and then he'll move his arm over and just point towards the other as it's running away and shoot with his longbow.
Uh-oh. You got the pie stink on you. 14 is not gonna hit.
And he'll take his second attack.
The rest of the session is just the zombie running around. You guys Benny Hilling after it, trying to shoot it.
is he running zigzag?
18 does
Is
it.
he running zigzag?
Yeah, that's yeah.
So with that, he'll also give him the slow, which means it'll take 10 feet off of his movement
Okay.
to slow him down a bit.
Nice. Okay, he takes a really nasty shot, nearly topples over from it, but you can see it shakes its head, and then turns back menacingly. But you can see its eyes are also very faded. Looks like it does not have much more left. Korl.
Can't even see this thing.
Yeah, it boogied way the hell out of there.
I think it's. Yeah, come back, you coward!
Mockery. Oh no, they've been mocked.
Hell. Oh my gosh.
How do I do this?
My feelings.
It's it stares at you and takes a menacing step forward and then just crumbles under its own weight, giving it its last breath of non-breath. That one falls to the ground, destroyed, and the area is quieter.
Cere comes over and she goes, What did y'all do? What happened? What did I do?" She'll try
I swear
to.
I did not kill him.
She'll start trying to take off. They have got helmets on, right?
Yeah, like full, yeah.
Yeah. She'll go to take off the helmet first. The thing you shouldn't do when somebody takes traumatic injury.
Right, yeah. Okay, you do that, and when you remove the helmet, you are, well, I don't want to presume, but it is a horrifying sight underneath. You see like
she startles back,
a rotting
drops the helmet.
visage, of a human who has been long dead and is mostly skeletal underneath. There's probably not even any flesh remaining.
"Oh, Reorix, protect me." And she just kind of and she turns.
Pot uses his shield to dodge the vomit.
Rowan will put his hand on Korl's shoulder and just whisper, "That armor is ancient and probably worth a fortune."
Try to get closer and take a little look.
Yeah, it does. It does look like it is legit armor, and you expect Rowan might be right. This might be an antique of Solamnic armor, which I guess good craftsmanship.
There's more inside, guys.
Yeah, nothing has responded to
More
that
inside the council.
knocking on the door, but
Yeah.
Do
Is
we
it?
fear that there are more inside?
Cere's going to try to see if the door opens or if it's barred.
It's not dark. It's not barred. It does open. You can see that the antechamber inside the keep is empty, which again is unusual to you all. You were kind of expecting things to be very quiet and lull because of the fact that most of the soldiers were away, but there's usually some people milling about, but it is completely empty. But through the open door on the other end, you spot the bloody body of a castle guard.
I think someone's injured. She'll start running in.
Wait.
She'll kind of hesitate, look over her shoulder.
Let me scout ahead, just for your safety.
We don't have time. That person's injured.
But if you get injured, then none of us have a chance.
Do you mind rolling a persuasion check?
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, PvP.
I like that. No, when your character's like, I'm very stubborn about this.
Okay. Yeah, no, that'll be enough to get her. She you can see on her face she's frustrated, but she'll acquiesce.
So Rowan will scout ahead if you'll allow him.
Yeah, so you enter into this large antechamber room. I don't know how much time Rowan has been able to spend in the castle. So I don't know if this is new for you or if you've only been here a few times. Okay.
He'd never been inside.
Okay. This is exciting for you then. So you don't necessarily know what to expect. Very large castle, very old. There are stairs going up. It's a large kind of circular antechamber. There's some closed doors. Some of them look like closets. Your main focus is on the door at the other end of the antechamber, which seems to spill out into a hallway of which you can see a downed, what you presume is a guard of the castle, because it's wearing the usual Kalaman soldier uniform, which you've seen a bunch of at that Wheelwatch outpost.
He would definitely make his way to the body just to see if there's signs of life, and then look around to see if there's like a blood trail moving away from it, or if there's more sounds of people around.
You can either give me a medicine check if you want to check out the body, or a survival check if you want to make a general look around for kind of what's going on here and track anything going on. Ranger, what is that survival check?
It's put it all into the weapons.
Yeah. I didn't say I was a good tracker. This isn't a range, this is a castle.
I'm used to the forest, not a castle.
Right. Yeah, you're kind of out of sorts in here, honestly. A lot of strange smells, and seeing the undead is you a little bit rattled. So you're not quite sure, but certainly looks like, this dead body's not supposed to be here. that's definitely unusual.
So just general vicinity, there's no imminent danger.
When you, how far are you getting, I guess, at this point? Are you at the body?
Yeah, he's right at the body.
Okay. So if you're at the body, which means you're at the entrance to the hallway, you can see the long hallway. Immediately close by is another body of a castle guard, and then beyond that you see another open door, and then you see a room of blood and bodies. That's kind of all you can see from this position without going a little further in.
Okay, he'll turn and hoping that the party can see him, and he'll motion for them to come at least this far to the body, and then we can scout forward after that.
Okay. Bring you all into the castle.
Kazra's going to turn to. She's going to turn to Korl right as they're going. Allowed inside, or
Oh, we're losing Morgan again, but I will say that the horse would not be able to fit inside the castle. There is rooms for stables out in the courtyard. You don't know how maybe safe you feel about that, but you do see there's other horses just chilling in the stables.
So
I'm gonna turn to
Rowan-
Cere
sorry,
as
go
we're
ahead.
going in, and do kind of like then point at the ground, and I'm gonna use stone cunning.
Okay. Well, Seer rushes over to the
Rowan
body.
will mention to the party as well that he can see some downed. I'm guessing those are more downed knights, or is it something different?
Yes, you definitely see downed knights in that room. Korl is bonus action. You gain Tremor Sense. The range of 60 feet for 10 minutes. You spend stones over touching a stone's over uses Tremor Sense. Stone can be natural or worked. Okay, so I need to look up what Tremor Sense is again, I guess. We just saw this last time, but I want to make sure I get this right. Meanwhile, Cere, you examine the body. They're definitely dead. They've been dead for at least an hour or so, and you can see some brutal sword wounds that cut the soldier down. Tremor Sense. Pinpoint the location of creatures and moving objects within a specific range. Okay. You... Excuse me, Korl, you do detect some subtle movement coming, and you all know the layout, by the way, so you know that the room that Rowan is pointing out to is the council chambers, which Rowan has pointed out is full of bodies, and you detect some subtle movement in there.
Is it south of us? Is that the idea?
It's kind of right southwest of you,
Okay.
through this door here.
Okay, I'll whisper. It's to the people around me. There's Pie and Cere. There's something in there.
Yeah, you can see just the bodies of these guards lying, just ruined messes, blood around.
I think we should go in and see if there's any survivors.
There's something in there.
Rowan will freeze when he sees what he sees.
Okay. So as you all approach the doors, you see that the council chambers, which again most of you are familiar with, is a scene of slaughter. Several Kalaman castle guards lie tangled with the remains of the undead knights in Solamnic armor. The bloody bodies of Kalaman's council chambers slump in high-backed chairs across the room's large table. Governor Myatt's body is pinned to his chair with a gleaming greatsword through his chest. Sitting next to him with his feet propped up on the table is a handsome man in Solamnic armor. He's not wearing a helmet, and he doesn't appear at all undead, unlike to other Solamnic knights who silently linger nearby. He has a big smile on his face as he sees you. He says, "Hail, friends! Fear not! Your heroes have arrived! I, Knight Caradoc, bring word that the Knights of Solamnia are en route with all manner of pump and mustache wax and so forth. I'm afraid these poor blokes weren't terribly thrilled to see us."
Cere looks up from the body that she's messing with and kind of like starts to slowly stand up, head toward the sounds.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy does not look at all like the
What
others.
have you done?
I'm afraid we had to take care of some business here. They weren't too appreciative of our efforts. And frankly, they kind of stood in our way for what we needed to do, what my lord needed to do here.
Your lord. What kind of knight are you?
Oh, Knight of Solamnia, of course. Look at this. And he looks down at his armor, which does look like, except for he doesn't have the helmet, looks exactly like the other ones, except his appears not to be tarnished and ancient and ruined like the others.
Who sent you here?
Sent? No, no, my lord does not get sent anywhere. He is He is given a divine quest. Yes. He's got some serious things he's got to get done. And unfortunately, it's here in the castle. And fortunately, there's some people here in our way. Bit of a mess, if you ask me.
Rowan will look at Pi and Korl at the same time and just... Did he just slaughter everyone in this room?
I would
I
say
think it looks that
so.
way.
Behind him, you can see an open door. I think you can see it, actually. Yeah, you can see it. At least Rowan can. You can see an open door into a back room. And beyond that door, you can see where a wall has been completely shattered. And the man follows your gaze back there and then turns toward you and frowns. And he says, "Now, don't you be worrying about all that. My lord has things well in hand, and he's not to be disturbed. Now, I would ask you to just turn around and leave, but you've made it this far, so it means you've already slain some of our soldiers." He dramatically pulls his greatsword out of Matt's body, which just slumps over. He says, I may have to take that personally. And with that, I think we're going to roll for initiative.
Okay, good, because I was going to say Rowan shoots him.
Yeah. Figured that was coming.
Is it the Knights? Is it called the Measure? Is that what it is in Dragonlance? Like their code of conduct?
The oath and the measure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad. Like Cere, I don't think would have any like concept of it.
Yeah.
Like when he's like asking or saying like, "Yeah, of course I am."
Look at these initiatives.
Ooh, boy, you guys are ready for this shit. Yeah, no
Fire it
surprise
up.
here.
Click my token.
You guys were ready, and I rolled real terrible. My goodness.
So you're at that too. Are your dice working? Like, what happened?
They are. they're
The Rangers are sucking it all over here. It's all good. Just it's
they're
okay.
working as intended.
Working as intended. How about before we start this battle, though, why don't we go ahead and take our break? We're a little early, but it's just kind of good timing. So why don't we take a 10-minute break, and then we will come back to this lovely little scenario.
I'm ready.
Folks are good? Okay. All right, we're excited to throw down. We are back from our break. We have all rolled initiative with this oubliette of death and dismemberment in here, where you all previously had entire scenes with the council. Unfortunately, Lord Baccharis is not among the destroyed, as I mentioned that Darrett and he and Vendry were all off on military operations. The initiative here is hilarious, with some of you rolling incredibly high, and then the rest were just abysmally low. Pi, you are the first to respond. Once again.
Yeah, he is going to enter the room. Yep. And target Smiley for sure. When in doubt, go for the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the dude.
Okay.
And then in the previous fights, did he already lose damage?
It doesn't appear to have lost any health.
Okay, I just want to know. I'm just checking.
It's a fair question.
I mean, we arrived late to the party. So.
You did, yeah. You know, there's dead bodies all around, but the ones who are up don't seem to have taken any damage. How convenient.
13.
It is not. This guy's got the same plate armor that the other guys have. Just doesn't have his head covered. He's got the that RPG feature where you can uncheck or check off hide helmet.
Okay.
I mean, look at that face. You're not hiding that under the tin can. 17 Pi is still not quite gonna. You've got to roll more than a 10, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I know. I don't know what to tell you.
Pi is shaking.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh, who clicked that? I didn't click that.
Oh, that's.
Oh, sorry, that was me. I was trying to look at
I thought that was
the
your
details
attack
of
roll.
what you hit with.
19!
19.
There we go.
Yay! You rolled above
Da-da-da-da.
you rolled above a 10. Success. That is going to hit.
All right, let's roll some damage. 14.
Okay. Takes that damage.
Takes that damage.
And you can see he frowns at the arrow like sticking out, and he kind of plucks it out and breaks it. Says, but his demeanor doesn't change. He's like, that wasn't very nice. And he's still like smiling and grinning like a madman.
Excellent. I'll see you later, Colossus.
I'm officially damaged. That was my job. Again, you don't want to go first, but you keep going first with the Colossus Slayer. Rowan.
Yeah, we got to wait until one of us gets the alert feat, and then you're fine. Rowan is going to also put his hunter's mark there and take some shots with his longbow, and he will use his last dread ambusher thing.
Battle music, I guess.
Dang.
Pi's like, fuck.
Actually, Pi's like, nice.
Yeah. Again, flirt with the crit. Another 19. For 24 damage is nutsoid. Yeah, that arrow like rocks him back, and he's like, arrows in here. This is not very sporting. The 13 will not. But he looks very heavily wounded now. There's blood leaking out. And he's like, look at what you've done to this body. To me. Me. Look at what you've done to me.
So yeah, Rowan heard that, doesn't know how to compute it just yet, so he's just gonna back off and squeeze between the two and let them go ahead and do their thing.
All right, Kazra, you're the first of that.
Okay, Kazra is going to see all the death and destruction in here, and she's going to run in, let's see, 5, 10, 25, and 30 to right there. And she is going to see that the guy's out of range of her warhammer, so she's going to pull out her whip.
You have a whip?
Yep, that is one of her other weapons.
That's why Horsey's so in line.
See that roll?
Oh wait, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
it just came in. That was the crit.
Okay, the first one was a crit.
So how many minutes are you delayed right now?
I have no idea. Like, it says that it's going to try to upload my things when I'm back online.
Wow. Okay, well we got the crit.
Okay, so I'll roll damage on that. If it lets me. 8. Hope it shows on your guys' screen.
Yep, that worked right away.
And slow. Okay.
Did that roll
so
a crit
then
damage?
I put slow
It didn't
on.
roll a crit, though. No,
it didn't roll a crit damage.
Only 1d4.
Oh.
So you can roll another d4.
Well,
I
you got
just
8 damage on a
crit
whip.
damage.
Yeah, we just got it. A 9.
Okay. So, could I use those 2 damages for... Did you guys see the second attack?
25.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one. Yeah.
25. Okay, so could I use that as the crit damage and the damage for both those attacks?
Yeah, that's fine. So 17 damage.
And he's slowed down by 20 feet of movement.
Okay.
I think the speed reduction doesn't exceed 10 feet.
Oh, yeah, it does say that.
Oh, it doesn't exceed 10.
There's a cap
so just
on that.
down by 10.
Yeah.
But after after those attacks, she's just going to get her shield up, and she's still holding on to the whip, though, this round. And yeah, that's the end of my turn.
After you do that, he gives a little yelp and he says, "Ow! That probably hurt really bad. Ah!"
Oh,
And he does look really bloodied and like lashed up nastily from the whip attacks. I can't believe a whip that much damage. That's nuts. I guess just the modifier is crazy. All right, Korl.
oh shit! I didn't see all this before.
Yeah.
Can I climb on the table?
Sure.
You can start dancing.
Now's my time.
I am gonna
to
start
shine.
dancing.
You were born for this.
In the most inappropriate place imaginable.
You gotta
Look at
do a
this guy,
little
eye to eye.
haka, haka, haka.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Oh god.
Oh, I like that. Literally manifests as a fear spell. Now
And I'm
this
gonna
is
try to get the guy and the number one.
okay. And this is a yeah. Okay, yeah. So cone, you can. I'm not even gonna shape it out. We can easily get those two guys.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do what are those guys called? Why did I close the window? Wisdom save. That one
Fail.
does fail. Yep, for fear. Caradoc, you can see that spell wash over him. You expect him to have to respond to it, but he just kind of laughs and says, "Ha ha! I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of anybody. You can't kill me." And you learn meta knowledge wise, he is immune to fear in the frightened condition.
Okay. That'll be it for me.
All right, but the other one did fail. That was the one number one up here. They are not immune to that effect. So each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed a wisdom save or drop whatever it's holding, and have the frightened condition for the duration, and then must take the dash action, move away. Basically the same thing as being turned. Although it does get to repeat the save if it gets out of your line of sight, it looks like. All right. I do kind of want to give inspiration to Korl, though, because jumping on a table to do the fucking dance, do the spell, is amazing. So I'm going to give you some inspiration, Korl.
I will give it to Pi.
Even though the other Caradoc actually just kind of laughed it off. All right, number 2 here has multiple options. Stick to people inside the room. Okay, so we'll take out the sword and just march over to you silently, Pi. And attempt to cut you down. Oh!
Can I use my reaction?
You probably want to.
It'll force disadvantage.
Oh, you can just barely see them too.
Yeah.
Within 30 feet of next attack roll, you can use a reaction to oppose disadvantage on the attack roll. Okay, so Pi, you see this creature come towards you menacingly with a sword raised, and all of a sudden you can see just outside the room. I think we flavored that as Cere's like amulet kind of flaring.
Yeah, flashing.
Yeah. So I'll just make another attack roll. From a nat 20 to a nat 1.
Go reorcs.
That light goes off and the
Nice.
knight stumbles. But in anger, it reaches out to you, Pi, and grasps a part of your body and attempts to drain your life with its second attack, forcing you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Can you roll the crit just to see how much it would have been?
Don't do that.
I know, because he did this extra damage.
If you don't want to.
No, I'm going to keep that one to myself, I think. It'll just make me sad.
Oh, a 5?
Oh, can I?
That's
You got
Pi's
that luck
dice.
still?
Luck can be used for a D20 test. Is that a D20 test?
Absolutely, yep. Pretty much everything you do is a D20 test.
Okay. I am 15.
Luck, be a lady.
Woo!
All right. So again, you feel that chill kind of ripple through your body, but otherwise, not too bad. Number 1 is feared. So it has to run away. Let me go back to the thing. It actually takes a dash action and runs away. So you see it dash through this open door and through that shattered wall, and then you lose sight of it. Which, if it ends its turn in a space where it doesn't have line of sight of you, the creature makes a wisdom saving throw. So at the end of its turn, it will make a wisdom save.
Nope.
Which is not good enough, right? So it's still a feared.
Right.
Okay. So you can still feel
He
you lost.
just ran into the
So,
the room with all the women and children.
you don't know where it's going, but I don't know if you all have been, how much you've explored the castle, but this is actually probably a place you haven't been to. Is through this other door of the council chambers. You're not sure it even went near. You're sure it was like a closet or something. And now you see it has kind of a suspicious, like, what looks like recently shattered wall that this, you just drove this undead soldier to run through. Caradoc says, "Well, damn it! That's a pain. Boss isn't gonna like this very much." And he will... Oh, let's see. Okay. He will step up to the table with Korl. He will use his first attack to just attack you with the sword. A 21 for 10 slashing, and his sword, you recognize what a knight probably should do, actually does seem to gleam with some kind of divine energy and does extra radiant damage. With his second attack, he's going to attempt to actually physically grab you, which is the unarmed strike grapple, which I believe is going to force you to make a save. Unarmed strike.
Ooh. That's not going to do it. I'm going to use inspiration.
Okay. Trying to remember how this works. Let's see, a strength or dex saving throw. The DC is 8 plus strength plus proficiency on my end. Okay. So. Okay. All right. With inspiration, you are able to kind of wiggle out of his grasp. And he says, "Well, that's highly annoying. You do need to make a concentration save, though, against the attack for the fear."
Can't touch this.
Oh, nope. Go away, Windows 10 alert. I know I'm losing your support. Okay, you've still got that concentration. And I think that's all. Okay. We go to Cere.
Brandon wants to open the door right here, but Cere's going to go to where all the noise is. It's hard fighting
It's
what
fair.
I want. 5, 10. Oh, dang.
I imagine.
don't want to zip
I mean,
in.
you're all pretty affected by this, but I imagine Cere must be the most affected to see just a room of carnage of both combatants and non-combatants slaughtered.
Yeah. I think Reorx is going to step in again and with just the energy in the room and do turn undead.
Okay.
So wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Close enough. Oh my goodness, my saves. Subjected creatures of your choice within 30 feet. Alright, we'll have him make the save. Wisdom save. That was Caradoc.
Okay.
So he makes the save, but the undead soldier right next to you does fail.
And then the part of it is the Cere undead.
Okay. Is that always part of it, or do you have to activate that in addition to it?
It is. I'll share the wording, but whenever I use turn undead.
Oh, okay. It's just an additional thing that happens. But turn undead is also limited, right? That's your channel divinity.
Yeah. Those were the two that I've got.
Okay.
I don't have any more.
All right, that one takes 20. And again, that whole effect where this light like just kind of spills out of the creature, out of its eyes and mouth, and takes significant amounts of damage, and then looks like it wants to turn and run. You see Caradoc yelling, "Stop doing that! How are you doing this? What is this? Who are you people?" He just does not stop talking this whole fight. Pi.
So,
His turn.
just with number 2 in his state, I can move away from him, right? And not, like, I don't have to be concerned with, because he can't attack me, right? Because his main focus is running away, and he would not be running away if he was
Yeah.
opportunity attacking.
I'm looking at incapacitated. I think that's part of being incapacitated, but let me look it up and see.
Because I'm gonna like step away and then shoot.
Yeah, as part of being incapacitated, you can't take actions, bonus actions, or reactions.
All right. So I'm gonna light up the guy. Big mouth guy. Hunter's mark.
Okay.
So my hunter's mark gives me hunter's lore, so I know if he has any vulnerabilities or resistances or anything. So we already know about fear, but do I know? Does my hunter's lore give me any other information about?
Can you post that in the chat so I can make sure
Oh, sure thing.
how that works?
Yep. Features.
It's like a heads-up
lore.
display that starts showing all the... Call on the force of nature to reveal certain strengths and weaknesses of your prey. When a creature is marked by Hunter's Mark, you know whether that creature has any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities. Oh, wow, okay. That's handy. Okay, so you would know that the creature... With Hunter's Mark, you can tell there's something strange going on with this creature. It's almost like this creature has like a shadow as part of it right there. And the creature has immunities to frightened and charmed. But you can't get a beat on the shadow, but you feel like the shadow is for some reason you see that looming over this creature.
Okay, but not a sense that he's magic resistant or anything like that. Okay.
Correct.
Um,
You do see just physically that he looks like near death, but it's hard to see, like, he's not acting like he's near death at all, even though his body looks like it's just leaking out blood and he's taking a lot of damage. But he's still grinning and smiling. You just think he's like insane or something.
Alright, cool. I'll just I'll bone that. I don't waste any spells on him. Poorly. Wait. Oh look, it says fumble with an exclamation point underneath that.
Just to
That's All right. I'm
Mama!
gonna Pomalaya Pomaruski. I'm
Recovered
gonna
by
burn
the other side.
my. I'm gonna burn my recently obtained inspiration and shoot again.
Oh! Fumble return for a touchdown, in fact. The D score is
Man.
6. I hit the showers.
This is some JJ McCarthy kind of stuff.
This is
okay.
this is really epic here. The dice tonight have been amazing for you. Oh my goodness.
All right. Second attack.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
18.
okay, we're back. We're so back. 18, as we know, just barely hits after Pi is just like Casey Jones at the bat, just throwing arrows. You put an arrow right through his neck. And he tries to keep smiling and talk, but he can't because there's just blood gushing out. And he just falls over suddenly.
That was the plan. Okay.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay. Rowan.
So when Pi puts him down, do we see anything like leave his body or anything like that, or is it just he's dead?
Not quite at the moment, but it's all happening very quickly.
Okay, so Rowan will charge into the room and quickly take a look, see where all the enemies are.
Yeah, you don't know what happened to the one that was up here. And then there is one right here next to Cere, but it appears to be like cowering and trying to run from her.
Is this coffee and donuts up here?
Only a little bit of blood on the table, but yeah, some nice refreshments.
Okay. So Rowan's not going to care. I mean, he's in there. There's a dangerous creature, and he's just going to fight. So he'll put the bow away and take out the scimitars. Let me just change a couple things here. So he'll move his hunter's mark onto the undead.
$16 has not quite hit the plate mail dudes. Uh-oh. Fumbling the scimitars around. Yeah, neither was going to hit. Oh my goodness. A flurry of blows, but you're taken aback by the fact the creature is like trying to cower and get away.
So the 18 doesn't hit?
Oh, sorry, I missed that one. 18 does hit, yes. I was looking at the 14.
So that's just my second. Yeah, that's my second. So
gotcha.
it's slash, Nick, and then slash.
Okay. Yes, the 18 does hit on the second attack for 14, which does slice through the creature, which does seem to snap it out of its senses, too. And it glowers back at you. It does appear to be bloodied now, though.
He'll stay put.
Kazra.
Okay, so if Kazra doesn't see anything weird happening with the guy, she's going to start moving towards, let's see, the other one. 5, 10, 15 gets her up here. And so first attack is going to be with the whip because that's what she has equipped. And she still has Bardic Inspiration. Could I use that for this?
Yes, because you would know a 15 would not hit.
That's a D6, or is it a D8?
8.
Oh, awesome. 18 hits, right?
Yes, it does. You nailed it.
Okay, so 9 damage. And then she's going to unequip the whip, and she's going to equip her warhammer, and she'll take a swing with that.
Oh,
and a crit. Awesome.
Another crit. Jeez. You guys are getting a lot of crits tonight.
Okay. So 17 damage, and with the whip, she slowed it, and with that, she tries to push it back 10 feet.
Okay, I'll let you do another d6 of damage because it's just up against a wall. And it kind of ragdolls
Oh,
back
cool.
for a second.
So 5 more.
All right, this thing looks almost destroyed after that giant burst of damage.
And she'll, yeah, that's all that she'll do on her turn then. And I am done.
All right, Korl. You still feel like you're concentrating successfully on the fear at the moment.
I'm gonna loot Caradoc, see if he has anything on him.
Okay. He's got his great sword, although it looks like it's just a regular great sword. You're not sure if it was something he was doing that made it do that radiant damage, I guess. Obviously, he's wearing plate mail and has a heavy crossbow. I think that's about it that he's got. Basically, all of his equipment he was using.
Okay. I will drop concentration on fear.
Drop it? Okay.
That's it. Yep.
All right. This one, even though it's surrounded, is still not giving up the fight. And it'll do its first sword attack on Rowan. But missed terribly. And then the second one, it'll try to swing.
Wording Claire its disadvantage.
Sorry, say
I
again.
was going to say for the...
Oh, okay. You want Warning Flare to go off?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when the one attacks Cere, it's going to have disadvantage because Kazra is going to use protection.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
So for the second attack, it'll try to attack Cere.
Double disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Ooh, how about an 18 at disadvantage?
It sucks. It hits, for sure.
Okay. 4 slashing and 5 necrotic. After it goes, then you see this ghostly form emit from the fallen knight.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And looks like this. And he says, "Oh, well, that was certainly inconvenient." And you can feel it. You don't feel it. You see a kind of, almost his ghostly. This ghostly, who still looks like a knight, but in ghost form, incorporeal. You can see his whole ghost form seem to be tugged almost in a certain direction, and he just kind of shivers for a second. And says, "I don't have much time," and he will float over to he'll float over to Kazra, which would trigger an attack of opportunity from Korl. If you want to try to take a swing at this ghost. Ghost. 11 is not going to hit the ghost. And Kazra... actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to roll for it first.
Ugh.
So, 1d6. Okay, he doesn't get it. All right. Well, instead of that, I'm gonna actually leave him back with Korl. He'll attack Korl. With his withering touch. The 17 hit.
Does not.
Ooh. There's a
Dazzling footwork.
tanking bard. Damn it! I keep wanting to open his night stat block. Okay, he'll try it again. Does a 20 hit you?
Yeah. Yeah.
For 18 necrotic damage,
God.
as you feel his ghostly arm just kind of reach in and just kind of grab at you, and you feel just a chill go through your body. He says, yes. Got to get my own hands dirty now, I'm afraid. And then he turns to Kazra and begins whispering. And Kazra, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Oh, nice. But she makes the save against the divisive whispers. As you can hear him trying to,
and
like...
that's a crit, too.
Oh, you have a -1? Damn! You have an insane dice. Wow. Okay, so you can feel him, like, trying to get in your mind when he just kind of whispers something under his breath. And he frowns when you just kind of stand your ground. He says, you are absolutely no fun, the lot of you. Where did that other soldier go? And as if on cue, although it takes a hot second. And 20. The other one does come running up and has its bow, which Korl is the one on the table. Being the tank right now, so he's going to take that bow out and try to fire at Korl. But both shots miss. Then, Korl, only you probably noticed this. You see the Bloody Knight on the table begin to stir. And he's kind of like gasping and choking on blood. And he has one failed death save. Cere.
Oh no, that changes everything I was going to do.
I don't know if you would notice that. It's up to you, but certainly, he's on the table face down, so it's a little more noticeable. But there's also like a ghost right here, so I get it. But.
Yeah, I'm gonna run with what I was gonna do the first time. So, she watched that. I assume that it's slightly translucent, that thing that's in front of us.
Yes, this is probably the first time, again, I don't presume what your characters have been up to, but probably the first time you've encountered a literal ghost.
I would say definitely not ghost busting.
Who appeared to be possessing this body and has now popped out. And
so he reached through Korl's chest, and when she saw that, she's gonna like push forward past Rowan, kind of like get him out of the way, hobble over here. I can't remember. Is this one still incapacitated?
It is not, because it's taking some damage for sure.
It's taking damage? Okay, so I'll take the attack of opportunity.
So remind me, when would it get its Would it get its reaction back right away, or does it have to go through a turn again? Or has it? Or no, it has gone. It has gone, hasn't it? Yeah, because it attacked. That's right, it attacked. So yeah, it's gonna get its attack opportunity. Just for funsies, give me a 1d2. On a 1 it does the sword, on a 2 it does the life drain. I can never decide which to use. 1 sword, 2 drain. Alright, he gets the sword.
That hits. Well, didn't you use your reaction to do protection?
I think it lasts until the end of, or the beginning of my next turn.
Ooh, cool.
As long as you stay within 5 feet of me.
All other attack rolls against the target until the start of your next turn if you remain within 5 feet of the target. Yeah, okay. Let's roll it again.
Nah, worse.
That thing really wanted to strike you down. But I rolled really bad damage. Only 6 damage.
No. That's okay. So she'll push past and she'll say,
now as you get closer, you may notice that happening, but I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, she's still just kind of focused on the thing, and she says, Korl, no! And as she says so, an aura starts to radiate from Cere. And it's this like pulsing, like yellow-orange firelight almost. And I'm gonna cast through reworks an aura of vitality. When I create this aura, and at the start of each of my turns while it persists, I can restore 2d6 hit points to one creature in it.
Nice. Fancy level 3 spell here. Radius at 30 foot. Do you want to turn that on as a literal aura around your token?
It's up to you. It depends on how much clutter you want on the screen.
That's
but
true.
Yeah, I would
mean,
say I think I can do it myself.
Okay, either that or put a token, like something to remind us, I guess, that that's up. Start of each of your turns while it persists. And when you create the aura, you can restore 2d6 hit points. Okay. So you can do it. Okay.
Yep, I'm going to do it now to Korl.
That's cool. So just an as long as you concentrate, it's an automatic, like, almost cure wounds, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll lose concentration on it. Aura of Vitality. I was looking for it in the... your players were complaining about the 24 character sheets a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am in that same boat.
Yeah.
Can't
like
find shit.
Information overload, yeah. I can't decide if that's just because it's new and we're all not used to it, or if it really is just a problem, basically. I guess we'll find out in a couple months after we're using it some more.
Oh, no. Korl, you only get 6 hit points. Sorry.
I mean, that's
average.
about average.
Yeah.
Frankly.
Yeah.
And I think them's my turns.
All right, Pie.
What to do. Yeah. Pi wants to do something significant.
But with these dice.
Yeah. Exactly. He's worried. So I think he's going to go up onto the table next to Korl. I mean, we're same size, maybe I'm a little bit smaller.
I did not
I'm gonna
perceive the table as being the
I'm going to
literal
attempt to stab.
battlefield of this area.
I mean, we're a bunch of little guys, right?
Yeah,
so it's weird. It's like
just chill guys on the table.
Little
guys on the table.
Fighting ghosts.
Fighting ghosts on the table. However, I'm going to attack this one.
The downed knight?
Yeah, I saw him on Twitch.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay,
gosh.
fair enough.
Gosh.
Oh,
23 hit.
It sure does.
It would be an advantage because he's unconscious and prone.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Colossus Slayer.
All right, I need to be reminded of these rules, but I think I know what happens here.
So do I. 1 failed save, 2 failed save, 3 failed save.
Is it basically every successful hit is that deals damage?
It should take 2.
Yeah.
A hit takes 2.
It takes 2 on 1 hit.
Yep.
Death is 62. Okay, so on the first hit, since we just saw that I rolled 1 death save already, on the first hit, you basically coup de grace. You put that, like, sword right down in a vital area, and the knight stops twitching. You're like, fucking got him. I got this one, guys. Oh my god.
All right, and then
Hopefully Eric was going to turn him into a white or something, and that's just stop that from happening.
It wasn't a
Hopefully
critically
that's what it
important
was.
NPC or anything.
Yeah.
You know what? Not only
Elwyn would close the book.
I did not see that coming, so I gotta give Pi inspiration for that because I find that hilarious. And he's like, "No, fucking zombie!" He just stabs this guy. Oh my god!
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Not again. Fool me once. No more ghosts are coming out of this asshole.
Play your character, brother. I love it.
Oh man. So yes, you can have heroic inspiration for heroically destroy. I can't wait to talk about this after. Oh man. Excellent work. So
And
that
then
only
I'm
takes
gonna-
that only takes one attack, right? We said one successful hit does 2 death saves. So
Yep. And then my short sword to the ghost
to the ghost
for my second attack. I'm going to move my hunter's mark over to him as well.
Sure. 18 definitely hits. The ghost is not wearing plate mail.
Oh, I got a 19. That 18 was part of the advantage of the other one.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, 19 does hit. Yeah.
19 does hit. Has he taken any damage?
The ghost has
Yes.
not technically.
Has not. Right. But hunter's mark is there. So here we go. 14.
Now the ghost has. It's funny how many times you're the first one to attack every time.
I know.
It's because you have Colossus Slayer. That's why it ends up that way. So now
I'll figure
he's
this out
taking
eventually.
I need to stop going first. Stop targeting people that are healthy. Yeah. Okay, but you definitely killed that one guy. All right, Rowan.
So now, because Cere didn't see the twitching, and then so we didn't kind of metagame that, I was actually going to be like, "Hey, that guy."
Yeah.
As he sees
you just-
Pi slaughter him, he just kind of like lets both his scimitars hang down by his side, like with his mouth open, and then he remembers there's a dead knight beside him. He just turns around and starts attacking, but then like just side glares at Pi, and they'll talk about it later.
Like, fine, I'll get this one.
20. All right, yeah, you were emboldened. For 11, this soldier looks almost destroyed. 19 and 6, you finish it off. You lop its head off.
And he has one more attack left, so he will vault over Cere onto the table and stab at the ghost with his last.
I hope we all end up on this fucking table by the end of this fight. This table is going to collapse at some point. Although it is probably pretty sturdy. 14 will hit the ghost. 9 damage. And when you are damaging him, he kind of acts the same, or you can see it sort of diminishing his presence, but he also just kind of laughs and says, I can't believe you're all still conscious. You're really made of some stronger stuff than these folks.
That's my turn.
At least it's taking a while. Hopefully the Lord will be done with his work soon. Alright, Kazra.
Kazra is actually not going to get up on the table. She's going to say...
Peer pressure. Think of peer pressure.
Goes, guys, I don't think we're supposed to stand on tables. I mean, those are for eating and stuff, guys. And she is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And she's going to, from next to the table, swing up with her warhammer at this ghost.
Smash the table.
Oh,
and I'm
now
going
see,
to
you should have gotten on the table.
I'll use my inspiration, though.
All right.
So, let's see.
17 is
17,
better.
that hits then. For 12.
Okay.
And then she's going to take her second attack with said hammer.
22
And
will
22.
hit. Yep.
Another 8. Actually, I'm going to do something that I haven't remembered to do. I have Savage Attacker, so I can reroll damage 1 time per turn. So I'm going to do that. Oh. And I have to take the second result.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
I think
well, your
that's
odds
what
were
it
pretty
says
good.
for Savage Attacker. So yeah, so I did 12 and 8 total, so 20.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
So 7 on the second one, right? You said you had to take the second damage?
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's 19, not 20.
All right. The ghost does look heavily wounded, I guess, in a weird way. It's like form is shimmering and he's diminished. Korl.
Clutch my chest where the ghosts grab me. Not like this. Not like this.
You ain't afraid of no ghost. Oh, use either roll. Okay. 1 more damage. The sleep spell. Interesting. Wait, which one's happening?
Whoops. Oh, shit. No, that's not what I was trying to do. The cure wounds is what
Cure
I was doing.
wounds. Okay. It's like, I'm not even sure you can sleep a ghost, but yeah, cure wounds makes sense. Physician, heal thyself.
Rowan, it's all up to you now. I'll give him my bardic inspiration.
Okay.
So
You see again that pulling motion seems stronger now on... oh, sorry. You got an attack.
yeah.
I forgot. You get to attack after you do things. Okay, 20 does hit.
Weak.
5. Ghost punching. Yeah, you got to punch a ghost. That was something that Chris wanted to do like all through that one campaign of punching ghosts. And you got to do it this early. Wanted to punch a ghost. Alright, so as I mentioned, this assuming that's the end of your turn. That pulling motion that seems to pull him in a certain direction, his whole body, almost like he's being vacuumed, suddenly gets stronger and he kind of grimaces for the first time in the entire through the entire battle. And he has to make a charisma save. And you can see he maintains his form. Okay. And he is looking around, but cannot yet jump into a body. And he is a target-rich environment, so... Everybody's done damage. Let's just see who he's going to strike at. Pi. With a Withering Touch attack, does a 20 hit you?
Yep.
For 20 necrotic damage.
Holy cow. Okay.
And then for Korl, does a 17 hit the dancing bard? He's just dancing. I don't understand your crazy dance subclass. It's all new to me. All right, and then he does his Divisive Whispers is a bonus action, which you know what? Again, he can literally do it to anybody. So I'm just gonna let Token Fate decide as he looks around. And Rowan, you get the Whispers. You're gonna make a Wisdom saving throw. Okay, you also are able to stave off the duplicitous whispers that he's trying to give, and he's getting really. He's still kind of. His smile is finally faltering. He's like, no fun at all. And then there's a dude outside the room who's still got his longbow and can see all of you. I think he can see all of you. Yeah, he can. So once again, we'll just let Token Fate decide who's getting targeted. Cere followed by Rowan.
I'm gonna use another warding flare.
Okay, I give it disadvantage.
Yep. On mine.
Yeah, and I'll use protection on Rowan.
Okay. Disadvantage. So that one does not hit for Cere, and the disadvantage on Rowan. Man, just not good rolls in general. A 3, a 1, a 9, and a 5. So Bo's shots are trying to come out from this. And finally, you see Karadok say, "Get in here, you fool! Stop missing! and the soldier does seem to march in. We can remove this guy from the initiative because he is definitely dead. We go to Cere. So Cere, your aura goes off and can heal.
Yes. Sorry, I was reading what the next thing I might want to do is. So this is going to go to Pi.
Ooh, I like it.
I don't want you to cast, but I want you to. No, I don't want you to use a spell slot. I think I can do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I looked right. Good heal from it.
Okay.
All right.
So Pi, you get 9 points of healing, and
What is this?
I'm
What is this
laughing about-
effect looking like as it's ongoing?
Yeah, so like I said, it's like this orange, yellow, like forge fire, like
Just
light that
radiating.
just emanates,
Okay.
completely from Cere. She's not glowing like the Phoenix or anything like that, but
Yeah.
it's like this pulsing, just like wave of energy that comes off of her.
Okay. Yeah, you all have tingles. You're all seeing a lot of new things from Cere. Really
And then-
unlocked a new skill tree.
Well, yeah, it's all these undead, right? They're just
Yeah,
they're sitting-
yeah.
they're
This
setting
is a
everything
good
off
one
and-
for the cleric to be here for sure.
And then I was laughing to myself because I feel like it's like a disco ball coming off of her chest, basically, right now. But there's going to be another one that comes against the one that just walked into the room. So her action's going to be Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, they're oddly more dexterous than I thought they'd be for plate armor soldiers. But it does manage to stumble out of the way.
Yep.
All right, Pi.
Hit the ghost with a sword.
Ghost with the most. Ooh, there we go. There we go. 25 to hit. For 14. Man.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, he's back.
Yeah.
How's the ghost doing?
Looking real bad. This dude had a lot of hit points, and he's looking pretty fucking bad. He was bloodied like last turn, or last round, I should say. So he's worse than that.
All right. So Vex gives me advantage on my next attack roll.
Yes.
So
You've
here
done
I
it.
am giving myself
Congratulations.
advantage.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
I'll give myself advantage. 22.
Yes.
And he's got damage taken away, right?
Sure
It's
does, a
actually
lot.
Colossus Slayer.
Load it up. Put them all in the chamber.
Let's turn it on. I owe a Colossus Slayer for the first one.
Actually, I've got these grenades in my belt. I'm gonna go ahead and load those.
17.
Okay.
And technically another. Hold on, is it once per turn? Let's see.
Gotta be once per.
When you hit a
for-
creature with a weapon.
Hunter's Mark is multiple.
Colossus Slayer
Colossus
is once per
is
turn.
once per turn. Okay, yeah. Okay, he's looking real fucking bad now. He's scowling now and says, "Oh, embarrassing, but you all are exhibiting some very strange, unique powers. I must say, I'm not in the habit of praising my foes, but
What?
I shows him the shield.
a knight, of course. Just one that's been around for a long time. I've seen some real shit, but I haven't seen what you've been cooking up." And he kind of points to you specifically, Cere. All right, Rowan.
So Rowan, just seeing what Cere's doing, she's just emanating this like holy light. healing people, and Pie's showing the shield. He's hacking people down. Rowan kind of just looks at his sword that has the emblem of the blue phoenix on it. He's like, kind of like, work, come on, do something. And he just attacks the guy.
Where's my gifts? I mean, you're nailing every single attack, though. Jeez, 12 damage. Ooh, 10's not gonna do it. 25
Bardic.
does. Oh yeah, you do a Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, then can I just backtrack and use that?
Sure, you can, yeah. Uh, 14 would hit. Six. Then we can just include the other one. So include. All right, with that,
One.
with the 25 on the second hit, right? That was the. Okay, and then the 13. Okay, Rowan, with that attack, with the third flurry of blows you've done, you finally see. You see Caradoc discorporate and kind of begin to fade away. And he's still just kind of... he does frown a little bit and says, well, that's not fun, but I trust I've bought my lord some more time. You have some abilities, it's true, but it's not going to matter for what's coming anyway. I'll see you again. And as he fades, you see him get violently pulled and tugged in that same direction, and then he disappears.
So Rowan, understanding all this, sees the other Death Knight there, like we always have to take care of, but he does look back at Cere and say, we need to get into that room.
When you make eyeballs and say that room, are you talking about the southwest corner or the northwest corner? Like, because you said that the direction that the ghost just got yanked was over here, right?
Yeah, that's the general direction the ghost got yanked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he kept saying about my lord, so I assumed it was this way.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm right.
Yeah, you note from the beginning of the encounter, you guys had noticed that, and he noticed you noticing it, and that's when he was like, don't worry about that.
Yeah. So
are we saying the
Rowan will
open
say
door
that.
area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after he says that to Cere, he'll just say, I'll stay and fight this one. You guys decide what you want to do.
Kazra. This one has not
So
been damaged
Kazra
yet.
over. Kazra heard Rowan talking to Cere, and she just kind of goes, "Okay, get into that room. Got it." And she just starts going that way. Let's see, 5, 10, and from here she's going to attack the guy to her left with her hammer. Let's see,
Oh my gosh.
26.
Yeah.
8 damage. Actually, I'm going to re-roll that damage. Oh, 8. And it gets pushed back 10 feet.
Knock it out of the way.
Funny.
And
Clear the path.
then, see, she still has 5, 10, and 15. There's other doors in this room, guys. And I get 5 more feet. So there. That's as far as I can go. And she's going to keep her Warhammer out. And actually, I'm going to use my one of my second wins for 13 hit points for the little damage I took. And I get to use this for the first time. Tactical shift.
Hmm.
Get to move 15 more feet.
Oh, that's so cool.
So let's see. 5. she's gonna yell, "I'm gonna go into this door."
Yeah, has a lot of cool abilities. Oh, did we lose Morgan?
Uh-oh. Am I still here?
Hello. We lost you for a hot second.
Oh, I'm still here?
Seems to be.
Oh,
You're good.
okay. Okay, good. I'm going to quickly then use my second attack on this new enemy that has appeared by Kazra.
So this mysterious elven woman that you all saw in Vogler steps forward from a dark corner of this shattered room, and she looks at you with a worried expression crossing her normally placid face. She says, "Do not delay. There is a secret beneath this castle, one the old lord must not possess." And then she runs toward Kazra. What you see... Oh, she's still catching up to what's happening.
It's hit right in the face with a hammer.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. You're just hitting all the NPCs.
No NPC may speak. They must all die. Well, I guess I should ask. Kazra can respond that way if she wants, but I should say that she would recognize this figure.
Oh, yeah, if Kazra recognized her, she would be like, "Wait, you look familiar." Don't remember where, though, but she would listen to her.
Yeah. So yeah, she said, "Do not delay. You must hurry. There is a secret beneath this castle, one the old lord must not possess." And then she will run down. What you see are stairs descending down beneath the castle. But you see Kazra, as she runs down, she just seems to kind of run into like a wall and vanish.
Weird. She just vanished, guys. And I think that's the end of her turn.
Kazra's like one of my kids that went into the pantry and is like shouting from the pantry back what's going on into the kitchen.
Korl.
Do I know what's down here?
You might recall some of the layout. I don't know how much you've explored the castle, but there's like side rooms with
Yeah, it's all right.
bookshelves and meeting rooms and all that kind of stuff.
Can I detect anything with tremor sense?
If that's still ongoing, then you
10 minutes, so up to you.
Okay. Obviously you detect everybody in this room moving around, and you can detect Kazra up here. What's the range on it? 60 feet?
Yeah.
That's all you detect.
Okay. I'm gonna open this guy here.
Okay. You can glance down and you see it's just a hallway that just goes down a long way, and there's some room. You recall that there's like closets and storage rooms and like a kind of a library room, all those kind of things.
Okay. I guess I'll dash and just move back to where I was, and that'll
Okay.
be it for me.
Okay. This knight, instead of taking on you all, however, 5, 10, 15, 20, immediately goes back to Kazra, trying to bar your, or at least prevent you from going down there. And will attack you with the sword. I think a 14 is going to hit you. And then it will... let's do the sword again. Alright, there's a crit. All right, are
yeah,
we?
that hit.
Are there any things that's gonna make me not be able to crit? Let me
No,
pause for a
I'm not.
second.
I'm not gonna use it this
Out of
time. I'm
range,
sorry.
and then I assume protection only works for allies. Yeah. So there you go. Your answer is I rolled terribly on the damage. 3 1s. Oh, the embarrassment, and 1-8. Jeez, for 13 damage on a crit. That is embarrassing. Wow. So the potential was there to do 4d8 damage. Not terribly impressive. All right, Cere.
Pie's gonna. Pretty sure Pie. Yeah, Pie's gonna get the healing bonus as the healing wave radiates from her. 9 points.
Wow, you've been doing really good on that, on those rolls.
She's gonna like push past Rowan and start running up to what 5, 10. And now that she's this close, we'll do another Sacred Flame.
Surely this has got to hit at some point. But not today. I think I've been...
Pretty sure Sacred Flame doesn't hit. Like, that's one of the things about Sacred Flame.
Cantrip. I think cantrips in general, they don't do anything if they make the save.
Oh, no. I mean, like, in general, Sacred Flame's, like, well.
Oh, it's a joke for having it not hit.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of creatures have pretty decent deck saves, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. That's my turn.
All right, Pie.
Did we get a definitive answer whether these are coffee and donuts over here?
Oh my gosh.
They do look.
So funny.
They're probably are. I mean, they're old. I would say at this point, but yeah, they does look like there's some snacks on the table.
Pie just wants to know before he exits the room whether to run by the table.
I mean, some of them might be. There might be some slightly stale scones and something.
I'm going to
fruits.
Yeah, I'm going to longbow. Switch back to longbow and shoot number 1.
There we go. 23.
I don't know why I advantage this one. Let me switch it back. Okay, 23.
Oh my goodness.
20 damage.
Yeah.
I assume he has taken damage. Right?
He did take some damage. Yep.
Yeah.
He's bloodied for sure.
All right, I'm gonna attack number 2.
21. Pie. Karmic
Toggle Colossus Slayer off. And apply damage. 13.
Okay. Thinking the undead soldier here is near death.
And then going to get back within 30 feet of Cere.
Yeah, stay in that nice glow.
It's nice.
That's a hell of a look. It doesn't seem like it's a lot when you describe it, but when you put it in the aura on the screen, like holy shit, that's a huge area.
Yeah.
Is there an aura being displayed right now?
For the two of us, yeah.
Oh, can you hide it from players?
I don't see it. That's why I'm asking.
So there's an ellipses that I think you can click on the token that I can't. That would say see, I think, or show maybe, and then that would make it to where
Visible
everybody
to
can see
players.
Yeah.
the aura.
So like now you'd be able to see it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, look at that fucking range.
Oh, I didn't have to move then. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would say 30 feet is enormous. That's crazy.
No, I'm still. No, yeah, I'm over here. That's fine. I'll stick with that. I did like the table, but it's getting busy up there.
Table's
Give you
working my
some height
best work.
advantage. You can see better.
I mean, I'm a little guy. Taller than most, but taller than some, I should say.
All right, Rowan.
Just for thematics, Rowan's gonna charge the door, dive over Cere, and then take his attacks on the undead while he moves his hunter's mark.
Okay.
Yelling parkour.
Nice. Jeez. Only 2 will hit. 12 looks almost dead. 12 is not quite hit. AL, a natural 1. Dang, got really close to the finish line there, and then
Just
fumbled at the
skims
1 yard
past it.
line. Yeah.
Yeah, just missing Cere and Kazra, and then he puts it back.
All right, Kazra.
Okay, she's going to take another couple swings.
Yeah, Kazra don't miss.
6 hopefully hits.
Yeah.
And 12.
Yeah, you ragdoll his dead body, just smashes up against this wall.
Oh, while it's flying back, she's going to take another swing.
Okay. 21.
So, yeah.
For 11. Okay. Do a cool, like, crack and then just immediately smash it again.
It's like, stay down.
Yeah, and you guys are officially out of combat as the last foe crumples to the ground, and the area is deathly silent.
I'm not gonna be. I hate to be that person. I have 7 rounds of this left.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm gonna 2d6 a couple more times real quick.
Yeah.
So Pi,
See if you can keep doing those high freaking numbers.
Korl. Oh, sorry, Korl. Let's see, 2. Korl again. I can't see Rowan's hit points. I can't see his bar.
I'm
at
down
all.
11.
Rowan.
Let's see, how do I change that? Okay,
Kazra.
there we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Pi and Korl again.
You can do it yourself, huh?
Cere won't.
Wouldn't. Okay.
And then Korl.
Wow, that spell's insane. But that is a 3rd level spell.
Yeah. And now it's gonna go off. And she'll lose her concentration.
It's almost like hitting the short rest button in Baldur's Gate where like everybody goes, ha! Like all the hit points go up.
yeah.
It's good too on the screen because it's just so intensely yellow, and then when she turns it off, it's like it's over, and you're like, oh, it's like, that was realistic, you know?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys have done a lot and been through some battles, but you've also been told time is of the essence.
Yeah, the elf lady that we saw at the funeral a few days ago, she started going downstairs and then she just disappeared into a wall. Like, I think she might have been a ghost.
Walls aren't real.
Let's talk as we move. Let's do this.
The shattered wall
Yeah.
here reveals a
Down
door
here?
frame sculpted with somber knights now scattered to the floor. Beyond the opening, a steep flight of stairs descends below ground. You can see violet light and the sound of crackling flames emanating from below.
Yeah, this might be the way.
I can't move any further.
Okay, you just
Take
hit,
up the
y'all hit them.
rear. I don't want to trip over all y'all or slow you down. I'll roll a 2 and we have to roll initiative anyway.
Yeah, not knowing what's going to be down there, Rowan just puts his hand over Kazra's eyes and gives her dark vision.
Hmm.
150 feet.
Okay. You all stairs descend down into a stone chamber engulfed in violet flames. However, these flames do not give off any heat and obviously aren't harming you. So it's almost like a psychedelic effect. Within the flames, in the room, stand 4 dignified statues. Appear to be of Knights of Solamnia, wearing their full armor. And then at the east end of the room, there's a small little antechamber with a stone door. And in front of that door is another statue, this one depicting a bison-headed warrior, which you all can give me a religion check if you want to try to figure out who that is. Boy, you guys know your shit. All of you recognize Kiri Jolith, the god of honor and war in this world. And as you move through this room, these violet flames seem to swirl and form images, and you see a knight, a knight of Solamnia wearing the armor, saving a group of elven travelers from an attack of ogres and monsters. And at the same vision, you see one of the travelers is a beautiful elven woman who swoons into the knight's arms. And behind him, you can see the silhouette of a human woman kind of turn and fade away. And then the flames kind of die down a bit. But as you all walk through, I want everybody to give me a 1d20 roll. Okay, Korl, the flames seem to pull at you and respond to you walking through the room. What dramatic moment from your past would these flames form and showcase?
I would say Korl and Ispen fighting ogres, and Korl doing like a cool spinning kick.
Nice. Okay, so you see a fond memory of your connection to Ispen Greenshield. And the rest of you all see this as well. This is all happening like these just magical hologram. It's all bathed in this violet light, so everything looks like these almost like elemental depiction creatures like playing out these scenes. But you and Korl, you obviously recognize this immediately. The rest of you would probably recognize Korl and Ispen as this occurs. And it happens for about as long as it really happened. And then the scene kind of fades away and the flames die down a little bit, although they're still present. And then the only thing you see in front of you is a stone door leading further into these catacombs. And I think that's going to go ahead and be where we end our session for this episode of Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Thank you to Brandon, CT, Genocider, Mike, and Morgan for playing. And thank you to all of the patrons for helping make these sessions happen. Shouts to Platinum patrons: Joe, Will, Thomas, Brandon, Genocider, Roleplayer Roll, Christopher, Big Nut, John, Nathan, Andrew, Stephanie, Jason, Lumpy Spuds, Ward, Unimoto LC, Tom, Eating the Dogs, Marcus, Nugget, Hugo, Sasha, John, Morbid Reaver, Jealous Guy, and Zim. And gold patrons: RPG, Peppercrafts, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Lizard Lounge, Jerome, Nathan, Scott, Rufus, Jerry, Glenn, and Mark. Thank you all very much for your support. We will see you next time.
Thanks for the game. It was a lot of fun.